How are we doing? This is Don playing GunMuse in Kingdom 592, as you well know, and we're going to be talking about the wall guards. Now, during one of the live discussions, we were monitoring the KVKs between a couple of big tyrants, 169 and Kingdom 33, duking it out with their 20 billion power castles, and the discussion come up about using the wall guards as tower defense. And I know why the reason that discussion came up. And that's because they read the 50% for all three classes of troops, but they didn't read complete sentences. So the wall guards, you got to go in here and look at the wall guards and see it says increases basic infantry attack in the estate, increases basic cavalry health and basic cavalry distance in the estate. In other words, this fifth talent doesn't do anything when you have it applied anywhere in your march or anything else. These other talents work, but the fifth one doesn't. So first and thirds work, and they're good first and third talents, but they're not great first and third talents. These would be, in my opinion, some of the worst of the tower guards. Because basic boosts are a big deal. If we're going to talk about tower fit, we'll talk about that in another film, so that we don't mix apples and oranges here. So when you're looking at these tower guards, the point is, if you watched any of the other films on your infantry march, your distance march, or your cavalry march, you build your first march as you're building a new account, your first two guards, and then you put whatever two guards that you are building that first march on. Like, for instance, if I came over here and my number one happened to be my distance one, I built my prince and my duke first, I would put prince and duke in my wall. Okay, and then once I got my wall guards built, I would replace prince and duke with my wall guards. That allows me to safely build my second type of march. Okay, and it's about safety, because the wall guards are universal for defense of your castle. So I want you to pay attention to that thing. Don't get over your skis on building these marches, because you're going to build one good march, and your best defense is your troops not being in your castle. So the whole point to building your wall guards second is, once you get more troops than what you can get out of your castle at any point in time, you've got to have something that's protecting the three different classes. And you're also going to want to set up a good defense of artillery, because it doesn't take any negative effects or positive effects from either of the other three classes. They've got high health, and it's a fourth class of troops that takes a distribution of the damage. You know what I mean? So when you've got a tier of artillery in there, then they've got to tear down that tier of artillery as well as the other three classes. So it spreads the damage out a little bit. And like I said, with high health, they absorb a lot of damage. So don't get over your skis on this stuff, guys. The wall guards are a safety net for building your more strategic marches that you're going to have in place. So that when you get in here and you get up to the point where, like, I'm on my formation settings, there's my distance, there's my cavalry march, there's my infantry march. All right, there's my quick killing march for just killing threats every day. I just send out a bunch of 75,000 cavalry and knock out my threats. It's very strategic that you're setting this stuff up. You need to get to put them in the same place and the same time, and then know when to put it in there. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.